welcome to another educational video about screen printing by Catspit Productions. Today's video is brought to you by RhinoTech. Okay, remember, RhinoTech is a participant in the Catspit Productions discount screen print supplies program. You can find a discount promo code for RhinoTech on the Catspit Productions website. All you have to do is visit the website, check out the print supplies page. There's a big banner for it on the home page. There's a link for it in the navigation on the left. And you go there and you can see there are promo codes and vendors, and you'll find RhinoTech and you can pick up their promo code. It's also in the video description below, and the link for their pages on my website is in the video description below as well. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about this pressure washer that we featured in a previous video at one of the shows, the trade shows in Long Beach, I think it was. Okay, so I wanted to talk about this a little bit. First of all, I want to preface that I did get a little backlash or a little flack for featuring this pressure washer. And the reason why is because the pressure washer, this particular model, starts at like 800 bucks. And I think there's two different models that they carry. One is like 800 and change, and the other is like 900 and change. It's a 1500 PSI pressure washer, and a couple of people accused me of kind of selling out in promoting such an expensive pressure washer to people at home. And that's not what I'm doing. This pressure washer is not necessarily for people who are hobbyists working in your garage or working in your living room or kitchen. I'm not trying to sell $1,000 pressure washer to people like that. This pressure washer is for those of us who work commercially. This is for people who will be screen printing on a daily basis, okay, and thus reclaiming screens on a daily basis and using your pressure washer on a daily basis. So as a commercial screen printer, we want to use a heavy-duty pressure washer, and here's why. The reason that I suggest buying a heavy-duty pressure washer like this one from RhinoTech is because the homeowner's units do not hold up to daily use. They're not designed to be used several hours every day over the course of several years. If you go to Home Depot or Lowe's or some other kind of home improvement place and you buy one of those pressure washers that they have for around $100 or $200, and if you use that every day, you're going to find that within about a year, perhaps even less, depending on how much you use it, it's going to break. And a lot of the times what it is I think there's a diaphragm in there that actually breaks and the pressure washer part won't work anymore. But oftentimes other parts can break. Like I have one currently in the back where it was a dual hose pressure washer, meaning that it had the pressure washer feed and then it also had regular tap water pressure coming through the same gun, okay? You know, the gun part. But what happened is the regular tap line hose broke, and it actually burst all over the shop and made a mess one night when I forgot to turn it off. So the pressure washer part of it still works, but the part that I liked about having it didn't work or doesn't work anymore, and it was a nightmare. So instead of just buying another one, I decided to finally bring in something into the shop that basically this is it. I don't have to replace this ever again. That's because this particular pressure washer from RhinoTech is built heavy duty, it's built for daily use, it's built to run a lot of hours, and it's also repairable. So if something does break at any time, it's repairable, it can be fixed, and it's going to be a lot cheaper than buying, you know, a $200 unit every 6 months or a year. Okay, so for instance, my brother in New York, who I talk about a lot, right? I always mention my brother has a shop in New York, okay? He got a really, really heavy-duty unit years ago from some connections we have in the industry, you know, through the family and stuff, and it was a really, like a $4,000 pressure washer. That's what it used to list for. I don't know what it lists for now, but it was a really heavy-duty pressure washer made for screen printing, and he still has it. It was like 25 years ago. I mean, he still has it. I think he had to repair it a couple of times, you know, had to get a couple of parts 2-3 times, you know what I'm saying? But otherwise he's still using the same unit. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm not suggesting that your average hobbyist or your homeowner, I'm not suggesting for people who don't screen print commercially to buy this unit. This unit is for commercial industrial use. So here is a close-up shot of the model RC15A, I think is what it is. It actually says, I think it's 1450 PSI, so it's 1500 PSI. That's plenty of pressure to be able to reclaim. Okay, you don't need a 1700 or a 2000 PSI pressure washer. The higher the pressure is, the more likely you are to actually damage the mesh or tear it even. 1500 PSI, 1200 PSI, 1400 PSI, that's fine. The main thing about this unit is not the pressure. Like I said, it's the industrial construction. Okay, so let me just point out before I zoom in on a couple close-up shots, you can see this here. These fins, all these fins up here, this is metal. This is all metal right in here. This handle is plastic, okay? But the base, that black base that you see in the back here, that's actually metal. I don't know what it would be, a cast aluminum or something, for the heat and all that, because it disperses heat through the fins. But, and I apologize, the tabletop I have this on is not that stable, and it's probably not that clean, but, so you can see what I'm talking about here. This is very heavy-duty build. All right, so let's zoom in a little bit and just show you a couple close-ups. All right, so there's the valve system and such, I guess. I don't know, I'm not a pressure washer engineer, but looks like, the valving system and whatnot. Okay, you can see that things can be fixed, things can be repaired. Here's the casing again, it's metal, okay? And, there's your intake and outtake, or whatever you want to call it, for the hoses, your inline and your outline. Okay, all right, you can see it has the water safe switch that's in the little rubber toggle. All right, it does have a GFI outlet and stuff like that, so that it's safe for the water, it's not going to kill you. All right, here's the back side of it again. This is all metal right here. None of this is plastic. This is a plastic cover on the end, and this is a plastic handle on the top. But the base, the legs, everything else, the major main points of construction are all metal, and this thing should last quite a long time. All right, so that's it for today. I just wanted to point out that, this pressure washer I'm featuring for the commercial and industrial users, the people who screen print commercially for a living. Or, basically the bottom line is anybody who's using their pressure washer for a few hours a day, you're going to want an industrial pressure washer unit like this one. Okay, so for all of you home-end printers and hobbyists, don't get confused. I'm not trying to push this pressure washer on you guys. If you guys would like to see homeowners' picks for pressure washers, then visit my website. Visit the equipment sales page where you can find, all my equipment that I sell and stuff like that. But you can also find a page for links to pressure washers that I chose on Amazon.com for you guys. So for the home end users, you know what I'm saying? So you guys who are only using the pressure washer a couple of times a month, that's the type of pressure washer you would want. So visit my website, check out the equipment sales page, look for the pressure washers tab. I'll put the link in the video description below for you as well, okay? And you can check out homeowners units, which are inexpensive, from $100 to a couple $100. And they're electric, of course, and you can get them from Amazon.com. They can ship. If you use my links that are on my website to buy any of those, it also helps me out because I'm an Amazon affiliate. So that's a good thing too. In fact, if you click through to Amazon and buy anything with those links, it helps out. So there's a little tip for you. Even if you're going to buy diapers or pillows or socks on Amazon, you could use one of my links and help support the continued production of screen printing videos here on YouTube. All right, so, all right guys, that's it. Watch for the next video when we look at this. We're going to install it in the back in the pressure washer area in the washout booth over yonder. I think this is the better shot for you guys. Right, and I'll get it all set up over there, and then we'll do a video and test it out and reclaim some screens and stuff. Test out the gun. I'll put the nozzle together, test out the gun, test out the pressure, give it a full workout and review. All right, so stay tuned for that. Thanks a lot for watching. Remember, if you like what you see, please comment below, rate, thumbs up, very important, and subscribe. That's important too. I need your support to continue to produce these videos on YouTube. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.